Hexagram number 49. Malting. Changes are now possible. On your own day, you are believed. When our inner independence is such that we cannot be disturbed by events, however contrary or however beneficial, we attain the confidence of others that is necessary to bring success to everything we do. When we are able to remain balanced through any buildup of tension or challenge, a revolution in our situation occurs, and we are believed. While receiving this hexagram may mean that such a revolution has occurred, it may also mean the time has come to revolutionize our attitude. No further progress can be made until this has been done. It is as if we have been practicing all the steps that lead to swimming, but we must now take our feet off the bottom. Every difficult step of progress stretches us to the limit of our capabilities. Each step forward is called a revolution. The word revolution is used because all such changes occur in an atmosphere of turmoil, challenge, and risk. Willingness to trust the unknown takes courage. The reward is that we free ourselves of one more of the fears which prevent us from putting our full personality together. In the beginning of self-development, our personality is like pieces of an engine waiting to be put together. Removing fears and doubts is like cleaning off the rust and other obstructions which prevent the parts from fitting together. While this work is tedious and difficult, the time of revolution never comes permanently. While this work is tedious and difficult, the time of revolution never comes prematurely. It comes only when we are ready to rid ourselves of a particular doubt or fear. Receiving this hexagram tells us that although preparing for revolution occurs on the unconscious plane, the actual revolution requires making a conscious step. For example, we consciously choose to let go of a habit which has its origin in fear. We choose to suspend our disbelief in the power of the unknown, or dispose of a fear, sacrifice pride, or disperse in invading doubt. In giving up old defenses against the unknown, we risk trusting it to lead us past the difficulties in question. Instead of contriving a response, we take the risk of relating to the problem by keeping our inner attitude correct. Receiving this hexagram also means that as a consequence of growing, a revolution occurs in our relationship with others. Through tolerance, withdrawal, and adherence to our path, we bring the success of revolution to them. They will make the next step towards improvement if we continue on our path. Allow ourselves to be led. Make sure our motives are correct, and require in our inmost thoughts only that which is universally just. Victory is assured through holding to our inner truth. We need only wait. Changing line number 1. Wrapped in the hide of a yellow cow. This means that we wrap ourselves in an attitude of innocence and docility while we wait for the correct influences to approach. If just this line is received, the hexagram changes to influence. Number 31. Implying that we should keep our minds open and free. Sometimes this line simply means that we are to wait patiently and keep our mind open until understanding or the appropriate changes occur. Meanwhile, no harm will come of our not having a prepared approach to the problem, nor will it be of consequence that others misunderstand our perseverance in non-action. Changing line number 2. When one's own day comes, when our firmness of character cannot be swayed, when we no longer lose our firmness, inner independence, and detachment, we attain the confidence of others. To prepare for the condition that will inevitably come means that we must be on guard against relaxing our requirements of what is right and essential once the difficulties of the moment have passed. Inner independence comes from maintaining a balanced alertness. Like the tightrope walker, we are neither stiffly watchful through being fearful and Forgive me. Inner independence comes from maintaining a balanced alertness. Like the tightrope walker, we are neither stiffly watchful through being fearful and agitated, nor carelessly enthusiastic and presumptuous once we succeed. Changing line number 3. When talk of revolution has gone the round 3 times, one may commit himself. 3 times refers to having an effect after a long period of perseverance. It also refers to understanding what we must do to carry on. Changes are difficult to make. If we accept great changes to be made, if we expect great changes to be made right away, we are too hasty. If we do not put forth energy to persevere because we think the task will take too long, or if it seems too difficult, we are excessively conservative. We need strength to persevere through the minuscule steps of growth that lead to enduring change. Through strength comes only from seeing clearly that we must make the effort to wait through the changes with a detached and modest attitude. Changing line number 4. Remorse disappears when revolution is founded on the authority of a correct inner attitude. There can be remorse. There can be no remorse. Remorse disappears when revolution is founded on the authority of a correct inner truth. There can be no remorse. If we would change others, we must be just and firm in our values, and detached and independent within ourselves, always ready to withdraw and go our own way when others are not receptive to us or correct with us. Only when they clearly see that they must change will the revolution endure. This line also warns us to be sure that what we require is universally correct. For capricious demands from our inferiors only have a bad effect and act to prevent true changes for the good. Changing line number 5. The great man changes like a tiger. The revolution occurs because we have related to the problem in the proper way. People begin to understand, therefore they change. Understanding gives them strength to overcome the inferior power. Consequently, the change is dramatic and swift. Changing line number 6. The inferior man molts in the face. The inferiors change only temporarily. Habit is strong and clarity short-lived. Permanent change occurs only through repeated experiences which force us to grow, and through repeated efforts at disciplining our inferiors. Giant steps lead to rebellion and backsliding. Patience and perseverance are necessary. It is important not to become attached to the progress achieved. The victory at hand is only a knoll on the mountain to be climbed. We must remember that every step of progress, every revolution emancipates us from a particular cloud of obstruction which up to now has imprisoned us. Meanwhile, we need to remember that every large step of revolution requires the help of the higher power. We must seek this help through perseverance and willingness to keep correcting ourselves, never giving up on one's goal. This completes hexagram number 49.